So Saturn has two major expressions, masculine and feminine expressions. Its feminine expression has both a yin and yang polarity. The more yang dimensions, these are the dimensions more akin to light, the yin darkness. The yang dimensions of the feminine expression of Saturn are that of a mother goddess, a being that is responsible for the momentum that causes the crops to rise out of the earth. This feminine dimension of Saturn is the power that creates fertility within the earth. It is also the energy that creates what we would describe as a type of cosmo-erotic pulse. And what this does is it gathers energies into a creational matrix. This feminine emanation from Saturn draws cosmic energy towards the various worlds connected to Saturn. Remember, Saturn is a physical expression of a myriad of higher dimensional realities. So when Saturn emits this pulse, it pulls energy into these higher dimensional expressions of Saturn, which act as cosmic wombs, creational matrices that are then in real time configured to accommodate the new energies that then work with the new energies to generate a myriad of different experiences and realities. So realities are generated by Saturn, beings are generated by Saturn. Many manifestations are originally sculpted within the dimensions, entangled with that planet that you call Saturn. The masculine dimensions of Saturn relate to the governing of time itself. So there are time portals within the Saturnian realities that help to regulate the rotational timings of your planets, but on a smaller scale, the rotational timing of the protons, neutrons, electrons. So all rotational powers, which are seen as symbols for time itself, have an entanglement with Saturn. Because Saturn governs time in such a degree, it is the planet of birthing and ending. And in that way, it is the final of the 7 classical planets. Even though, yes, you have the trans-Saturnian planets, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, in ancient times, because they only worked primarily with the visible planets. Saturn was seen as the final one, the final level before the star realm. This is why you see it between you and the Milky Way. So think of Saturn as a very solid Earth-like planetary dimension that you can work with in many ways. It can create a stable foundation in those higher dimensional levels that are mostly space. As you know, without a solid ground to stand on, the astral plane can get a little disorienting. But when you align with the powers of Saturn, your cosmic astral journeys will be very stable, will be very rooted. So Saturn acts as a higher dimensional expression of Earth power.